right there where you kind of applied after, right, and brought it down slowly. That's like a mild quick stop. That's kind of exactly the same mechanics you're using, it's just you're doing it a little more aggressively. Good. All right, nice and easy. Harder to take off this direction because we have that tailwind, so it takes a second for us to get that ETL. Alright, 3, 2, 1, down and a half, nice and easy. This is perfect, right here. Now you lose ETL, a little up, a little forward, and that's cyclic. You're on final approach again. That was the right amount of raise there. That felt better. There you go. Alright, let's do one more straight ahead. On those pedals, little left pedal. Nice adjustment. Okay, we got it. 3, 2, 1. Aggressive there. All good though. Kind of feels more aggressive when you're close to the ground like that too. We just didn't get a good takeoff there because the tailwind just took too long and I knew we weren't gonna have room. So, alright, let's flip it around. Let's do something with the headwind. You're gonna see these quite a bit easier. And we're probably talking about 3 or 4 knots, but still, it makes a difference.
Kind of good because it's forcing me to use everything once.
That's right. That's what I love about this maneuver. You've got to coordinate. It's like, it's challenging, but really, the improvement you get is way better than just doing patterns.
My takeoffs are fucking wonky and my collective inputs are a little aggressive right now.
But if you notice, you're not even thinking about hovering anymore. It's like, no, I got to hover.
And I have this like concern about once we like get going forward that I don't that like I'm gonna just catch this skids and like you know what I'm saying?
It's a valid concern. I mean, if you go too fast forward and you dip it down, then that could happen. So, you know, what you're doing here is you're using your collective to maintain altitude. If you feel like we're dipping down, you can give it a little bit of a collective. Usually you shouldn't need one. The only time that's going to happen is if you really get aggressive on your takeoff.
Yeah. Kind of just learning like the spatial awareness of the helicopter and seeing where we are.
Exactly.
Maybe before we get to these trees.
Good. That way a little bit. Nice. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Alright, pedal in there. A little balloon up there. Raise collective. Nice, just enough. Now get that a little bit forward in there. We want to avoid coming straight down to get the thing coming out a little bit. Because if it comes straight down, you might not have the power. You might just settle right into your own vortices. We haven't really talked about settling with power much, but that's the concern there. Is that you'll settle into your own vortices. So you got to kind of outrun them the whole time. I may have gotten in the way of your pedals too. Alright, we're going to start our takeoff and not do our quick stop until after we're through that little foot in the trees there. Think super slow. Quite a bit of forward and left as you get that vibration. Nice, working the pedals. This is pretty much perfect. Slow, easy in this one. 3, 2, 1. Nice and easy. Boom. Coming back a little bit more. Raise lightly. Yes. So that's really a subdued quick stop, just fine. No, we didn't get too aggressive with it. That's fine. That'd be something you'd use to move from one spot of the airport to another. Okay. And then the other type is to avoid an airplane comes out in front of you or some birds. Look at all those birds. It's crazy.
No, it feels a little bit better.
Yeah, those little goose. What the hell are they?
Little geese.
Yeah. Alright. What time we got? 2 o'clock?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Got our clock there. Looks like we've been going on for 40 minutes. Alright, so we just talked about settling power a little bit. You haven't done any of that though. We haven't demonstrated yet, so I want to do a quick settling power demonstration so you can feel what that feels like. So, what I want to do, look at this airplane, nice and low. We can take take off in this direction and just keep us climbing up to 1,500 feet. We're going to get ourselves into settling power. You're going to feel what that's like. Then we're going to get out of it. And then we'll talk about what it is.
1,500?
Yeah, 1,500.
That's higher than we've been so far, right?
Yep, significantly. It's on an airplane altitude, but we require that we start this one at 15 and finish it by 1,000 for safety. We're going to put ourselves in sort of an emergency situation, in a way.
Okay.
The reason you get that little dip on takeoff is because we got a little tailwind, so you're not catching it quite away. And we got a lot of, well, not that much fuel. Shelling coming out, you can use a little more of that power. Bingo.